Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Phil Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast.
I'm here for Peter.
Parker, get your heads out of the gutter. This isn't the Patreon.
Sure. I was just about to say, this isn't the Patreon. Anyway, that's right, because this is a deal. I am Phil, joining me as always, like I say. See if the potty pump it is.
Old Lady Lilith Hellfire, y'all.
And time to time in some of our episodes this month with our comic capers because it's Storm-temper, so. Or if you're lucky, what usually will be Storm-temper, so. Yes. So right here, right now, we're covering Marvel Team Up Annual Number 1, Spider-Man and X-Men. So, again, welcome, Rachel. Welcome, Russell. So yes, Marvel Team Up Annual 1. I'm not reading this digitally. It is not on Marvel Unlimited. Don't ask me why. They only have like Marvel Team Up Annual 5, 6, and 7, I think, on there. Don't ask me why. Yeah, don't ask me why. But yes, I don't know how much this is worth, but yeah, Marvel Team Up Annual 1 from December 1976. So yes, before both of our times. But if you're looking for a cheap way to read it, I know I did get it years ago. It was in Marvel Tales. Since it was an annual, they split it over 2 issues. It was Marvel Tales 235 and 236 from March and April 1990.
Nice.
So
I actually have the floppy of this. I got it at a off eBay out of those like big garage haul things that they do.
Oh, nice.
It was a lot of repeats, but this was worth it. Back when I was going to open my own comic book shop. That's a long story for a Patreon episode one day.
Oh, yeah. That's the first time hearing of this. Yes, we're going to have to do a Patreon episode. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this one out in the wild anywhere.
Well, again, these 70s books.
Oh, true.
They don't hold up very good. You're lucky to get like a 3.5 graded copy.
Because they were all newsprint, yeah. That's why they're worth more, kids. Because they degrade. All right, so yes, we'll cover Marvel Team Up Annual 1 and then some of the newer stuff.
Yeah, the new stuff's great.
Oh, yeah. All right,
especially with our news.
Oh, yes.
That our Claremont Overlord will be leaving.
What?
Claremont, our Overlord of the X-Men.
Oh, yes.
Somebody finally told him no.
Whoa. All right, kids. So, yes, like I said, Marvel Team Up Annual 1 from December 1976. Original cover price, 50 cents for an annual. 50 cents.
Hard to believe, I know.
Must be nice. Writer Bill Mantlo, penciler Sal Buscema, so you know someone's getting right crossed. Inker Mike Esposito, colorist Hugh Pally, letterer Jim Novak, editor Archie Goodwin.
Not that Archie.
not Lil's favorite. The Lords of Light and Darkness.
So it's kind of weird.
Well, again, we needed like a group thing, present a challenge to Spider-Man and the X. We have all the X-Men here.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into that too. There's kind of a continuity weirdness going on here. So.
Isn't it always? It always happens kind of oddly in Marvel Team Up a lot.
Oh yeah.
Why.
All right. So this one, government agent Stephen Marchese has come to the Nest, a secret government nuclear testing facility located in the Pahut Mesa region of Nevada, where a team of scientists is working hard to try and find a solution to the world's dwindling energy resources by finding alternative energy sources. Nothing good happens in Nevada, huh, Lilith Hellfire?
Isn't this how do you want a Hulk? Because I'm pretty sure this is how you get a Hulk.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Among the scientists are Brian Mann, the nuclear physicist in charge, Vic Norman, a biophysicist, Jan Marshall with 2 A's, an electrical engineer, Karen Lee, a geologist and Marchese's ex-wife, Sai Fan Chung, an astronomer and Karen's new lover, Martin Aronson, another one with 2 A's, a radiation expert, and Randy Tate, the project overseer and former flight attendant.
That's stewardess to you.
I was gonna say that's like
how PR.
There's some scientific credentials. Okay. As they are testing out a new experimental form of radioactive energy, because that'll never go wrong, dubbed the Nilapau, a sudden earthquake disrupts the experiment, shattering the containment glass and causing an explosion, seemingly killing everyone. Yeah, this can't go. Remember that word, kids. Seemingly killing everyone as the facility explodes in a massive nuclear explosion. The project was canceled by the government shortly thereafter. Yeah, it was it was atomized, so we canceled the project. Good call.
Months later.
Months later, a Boeing Wait, is this supposed to be a 747? Because this says Boeing 474.
I don't know. Maybe that's a Marvel thing. I don't
know. It's flying over the Arizona desert on its way to the International Conference on Man-Made Mutation. Boy, you could throw a rock in the Marvel Universe and hit a
conference. Yeah,
hit a guest speaker.
Didn't we just talk about a conference in the last issue?
Oh, in that crossover we did with Ray and Sarah, and that Reed Richards loves his conferences. That's why I can't make this one. He's at another conference.
I think it is supposed to be a 747.
Yeah, I thought it said that in the issue. Aboard the plane are noted scientists Sir Lionel, Dr. Vermeese, Dr. Mishkin, and the outspoken Senator Turner. Turner
is a senator.
Wow. What's his first name? Ike?
Ew.
Turner is in a fury, not only because a Soviet, Dr. Mishkin, is aboard the plane, but because accompanying Professor Charles Xavier are his students who managed to get a free flight on Reed Richards' say-so. Professor Xavier defends his students' presence aboard the plane to all gathered there, including Peter Parker, who has been selected by Sir Lionel to cover the story for the Daily Bugle due to Parker's background as a physics student. Yeah,
sure. Remember when he went to school, kids?
Remember when he studied physics, kids? Just like Wally West used to, huh? Things become heated when Wolverine begins to pick a fight with the senator.
Yeah, he's Canadian. He don't know no better, bub.
I was about to say, when Wolverine begins to pick a fight with insert name here.
Not your guy, pal. Not your pal, guy. Beady little eyes and his floppy little head. Yes, South Park reference.
Oh my God! Now you just put that picture in my head. Wolverine. Hey, Senator. Yeah, you know what I have to say. However,
that's the crossover we need in life.
Yes. All right, this is a Wolverine joke. However, things get hairy.
Rude.
When they fly through a dark cloud and suddenly they are attacked by the robots that once defended the nest. What?
Shut the front door. Get out of town. You've got to be kidding me.
I didn't think that first scene was ever going to come back up. As the X-Men rush to fight off these robots, the professor orders Cyclops and Colossus to try to control the plane after the pilots are incapacitated. Recognizing some of Xavier's students as the X-Men, and
the X-Men.
We're gonna get to this in like January. There's one student in particular I'm sure Peter Parker recognizes, the redhead. Yeah. Peter slips away to change into Spider-Man and lend a helping hand. He almost has his identity blown when he forgets to lock the bathroom door and Senator Turner bursts in to be airsick.
That was a funny panel. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Spider-Man aids in fighting off the robots and creates a web parachute to slow down the plane so that Scott can land it. And trying to make sense of the situation, Dr. Mishkin pulls out a radiation detector and identifies that there is a lethal amount of radiation coming out of the blast crater where the robots appeared from.
Oh my god, anti-radiation spray. No. No. No.
Here, take your shot of MacGuffin, kids.
No, I refuse. I refuse.
To make them immune to the effects of the radiation, the Wallcrawler and the X-Men go in for a closer look. And again, this was a 2-part Marvel team up. There's the end of part 1. Them about to getting sprayed down and about to go into the nest. Oh, good lord. Yes, anti-radiation spray.
Let's have a closer look, see?
Hey, what are you talking about, Lilith? Hey, we have bug spray to keep bugs off us. Here's some anti-radiation spray to keep
somebody
radiation.
give some to the Hulk?
Well, it's too late. It's already in him.
True. Hey, oh, that's what she said.
No! Okay, Michael Scott. Anyway, as they approach the crater, Professor X attempts to warn them of a danger, but he is too weak following recent ordeals.
Where's our little yellow box?
I think isn't that one of the continuity errors here? Let me look for the notes here.
Is it the 109?
Oh,
is it that battle? That one?
Well, no, it's not that. Well, no, it's the thing with I think they said with Laland, with him having dreams.
Oh, Starjammer-ish.
Yeah, but it's like, but meanwhile that was like already over at this. Oh wait, okay, here's the notes. This issue takes place between Marvel Team Up 52 and 53. As far as the X-Men, given that both Banshee and Jean Grey as Phoenix are active, this issue can only take place between X-Men 109, the aftermath of the, that whole Xavier thing, and X-Men 111, the start of the Magneto Savage Land thing. Given the differing production schedule of the two titles, this issue was published over a year before it could have possibly fit into the X-Men continuity.
Oof. And you thought Kevin Smith was bad at keeping schedules. Hey, actually, they're still better than him, honestly. He's still doing better.
Hey, they got it in early. Probably Kevin Smith where it's late. But yeah, Peter recognizes Professor X and Cyclops of the X-Men. He's met the X-Men on many occasions. The first time chronologically is in Untold Tales of Spider-Man 21. In continuity, he last saw the team in Marvel Team Up number 4. Stay tuned for January, kids. Or should I say, January?
I love my redheads. Phil treats me so good, y'all.
And Professor X states that he is enduring a nightmare. He is referring to the haunting dream that he started getting in X-Men 97. As noted above, this story would have actually have to take place after he ceased having the dreams at that story arc's end.
Oh, can I just throw in, since we're talking continuity, they spelled Jean Grey's name wrong. They spelled it with an A instead of an E. Just gonna...
Mm-hmm. And of course, Nightcrawler.
Oh, the 70s.
And of course, Nightcrawler and Spider-Man last teamed up in Amazing Spider-Man 161 and 162.
Good story, actually.
I was going to say, we can do a Nightcrawler month at some point here.
Nightcrawler November?
Ooh. All right. No.
Next year, of course.
Well, I was gonna say, not for Spider-Man. That's our Hobgobble.
That's our Hobgobble, but for comic capers or something.
I know.
Nothing stopping us.
Hey, the kids love their Gobble every year.
Gobble gobble.
I think that's what we're most known for, to be honest.
Whoa.
Hey-o.
Gobble gobble. A couple of bowls down the gob.
Ray, stop laughing. Grow up.
What the F?
Here, let me find out where I was going. Oh yeah, so yeah, Xavier says he's too weak following recent ordeals to warn them fully of the danger. When Storm and Banshee fly in first, Spider-Man is concerned about whether they can face whatever might be waiting for them in the crater, which angers Wolverine enough to almost start a fight between the two. Again, Wolverine and insert name here, man. Make it ugly. Before a fight breaks out, they are disrupted by an earthquake. And down below, Banshee and Storm are felled by some unseen hands.
Heyo.
Ew. The X-Men on the surface are attacked by a being calling himself Yama Dharma. During the fight...
Smoke the doobie?
I think whoever wrote this might have.
Smoke the doobie.
During the fight, Wolverine slashes Yama's chest open and is shocked to find a strange cosmos spinning around inside.
Ooh, fancy.
So meth, yeah. Soon after, the X-Men and Spider-Man are all knocked out by Yama and his colleague Callie. With the X-Men and Spider-Man knocked out, they isolate the one they sensed, Jean Grey.
Everyone
loves a redhead.
I'm telling you, it's where I got it from.
That's what he said. The X-Men and Spider-Man, except Jean, are all bound in a strange energy prison while Jean is interrogated by the surviving members of the Nest. The radioactive explosion having mutated them into higher beings.
Somebody get High Evolutionary on the phone. I don't think that's the way this works.
Meanwhile, Banner's like, what the hell?
Got screwed again!
Ben Grimm's like, come on!
He's the George Costanza of it all!
Oh, the Hulk, yeah. Give him a bomb now. But yes, they have all mutated into higher beings. They have all taken on names of Hindu gods.
I mean, it's the 70s, so I guess that's how they got away with it. But I don't think it's 2021. I think this writer would have been canceled.
What, for naming Hindu gods?
Yeah, cultural appropriation and everything.
I mean, we've been appropriating the Norse mythology for decades. It's
okay to do it to white people. It's not okay to do it to brown people.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Don't you know the fake wokeness rules? Although only bad people appropriate the Norse mythology, and they kind of want them to stop. To be fair.
Excelsior!
Todd McFarlane just stays with the God and the devil. Keep it.
Can't wait for King Spawn #1. Stay tuned.
Comic Capers 115, kids. The X-Men and Spider-Man manage to free themselves when Nightcrawler teleports out of the field that is holding him, creating a rift in the next one, allowing each prisoner to escape. Because, see, kids, each prison was, like, I guess, custom-made for everyone's powers, so.
Idiot. Didn't do a very good job now, did they?
Talk about your not-so-higher beings.
Definitely should have smoked the doobie before they left.
That's true.
Smoked a doobie.
Smoked a doobie, got topless, and talked some old movie.
Smoked a doobie.
And no, I'm not talking about Lil. I'm talking about Charlie. The X.
Oh, you ruined the surprise. Come on.
No, we talked to Charlie. I'm not saying who got topless, though. If you want the video of one of the hosts topless, yes, go subscribe to the Patreon.
And subscribe to my OnlyFans. Kidding, because they're getting rid of all of that now.
Can you imagine if one month you just like lost your mind and you were like topless on the camera and like, you know, like the subscriptions go through the roof? It would crush Charlie Esser. He'd be like,
who we need to market to are people who like bears.
True.
That's how we get the subscriptions to go through the roof, you see.
I was going to say, Charlie Esser would be like, I thought it was my topless body who brought all the subscribers to the yard.
The stream yard.
Oh! Nice.
Oh, come on, Khalees. I need the collab. Make it happen.
So, yes, everyone gets out of their prison. They learn of the Nest survivors.
Their prison purse?
Oh!
It's in his prison purse.
So again, this being the 70s, after they escape, they learn of the Nest survivors' origins and that they need a massive amount of energy to continue their evolution into higher beings. This would come at the cost of the planet Earth. They have sought out.
Why is it always Earth?
Well, that's where they are.
Somebody just take Venus or Mars or Jupiter or better yet Uranus.
Oh,
Get it?
I thought you were about to say, yeah, you take that, Venus.
This podcast is rated T. For the love of God, nobody tell Rob. This is a Spider-Man podcast. He might actually.
He's busy getting a marathon together. Like he listens anyway.
Oh,
but...
good, yes.
Nobody tell Rob.
While the cat's away, the mice will play.
Oh, like he ever listened to this? I need a drop of you saying Rob's not going to hear this.
Done. Ready? Rob's not gonna hear this. Definitely for the DC shows, though.
Oh, we could have so many for the DC shows. Rob's not going to hear this. Charlie's not going to hear this. They have sought out the Phoenix because they need 9 individuals, and she is the only being they have found powerful enough to withstand the transformation. Again, Banner's like, what the hell?
I'm right here. And Storm's like, I'm an actual goddess? Like, literally, Thor was like, you can hold my hammer? Whatever.
So are we saying Hindu gods are racist?
Maybe. Maybe the writer just don't know what the hell he's talking about. I don't know.
Jean refuses an ascension to godhood at the expense of every living being on Earth. That a girl. And a battle between Spider-Man, the X-Men, and the Nest survivors begins. However, the battle carries on too long, and the Nest survivors begin their impending deaths and stop the battle. Time out, I'm dying. Spider-Man comes up with the solution, because remember, he's a physics student. I don't
think that's how physics works, but okay. I don't think that gives him the authority, but...
1970.
Somebody get Reed Richards on the phone, please.
1976 Marvel physics. Shut up, Will.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Spider-Man comes up with the solution that ultimately saves them by suggesting they send the Nest survivors into space.
I was gonna say, fling them into the sun, baby. That's how we do it.
Where they would have unrestricted access to the energies they need without affecting the Earth. Yeah, kid, don't worry about that ozone layer. Punch some holes there. Yeah.
I mean, it was the 70s. All that hairspray and stuff, it was already huge. They went right through.
Everybody was smoking.
It was like a hot dog in a hallway. It's fine.
Oh, damn. Hairspray. Everyone was smoking cigarettes.
The diesel.
Oh, yeah.
It was like 2 cents a gallon.
Smokestacks. Yeah. The X-Men, Spider-Man, and the Nest survivors link hands, and the Nest survivors and X-Men combine their powers to create a living dynamo that transmits
Captain Planet.
By your powers combined. They combine their powers to create a living dynamo that transmits the Nest survivors into space through Cyclops' optic blast.
Oh, he's actually useful? I don't like that.
So, okay. This seems...
Don't think too hard about it, baby doll. It's the 70s.
Know. Again, 1976. The end result transforms the Nest survivors into a new star and removes the lethal radiation from the blast crater, ending the threat in the process. Thank God.
Neat little bow.
Thank God our spray was about to wear off.
It's like, it's like that bug spray. You just spray it back, or sunscreen. After an hour or swimming in the ocean, just reapply it. You'll be all right.
So with the battle over, Professor X contacts Spider-Man and the X-Men. Now they can do it. Congratulates them on a job well done. When Spider-Man expressed his concern that a plane load of people may have figured out his secret identity, the X-Men reassure him. Oh yeah, the X-Men assure him that Professor X will alter their memory, so this encounter is forgotten.
Because that's not unethical. He's not a villain. No, he's totally a good guy. Bro, the pieces have been there for years.
Oh, trust me, Spider-Man, no one will remember any of your identities or that I was touching myself under the blanket. What? Nothing.
Actually, is this how okay, Mephisto, if it's not a real deal with Mephisto, was it Professor X pretending to be Mephisto?
Or if it wasn't actual Professor X, I mean, Onslaught's back. I mean, he's like...
Better yet, just to make it even more confusing, it was Legion. We'll just blame it on the crazy one.
Yep, he's been in the way of X, so yeah, Legion's hanging around too.
There's a lot of suspicious suspects, is all I'm saying.
Okay, so to sum up, I guess the title of this one should have been A Star is Born.
Oh! get Lady Gaga on the phone. But Bradley Cooper, you can stay where you're at.
Oh, I guess Bradley Cooper cannot get it.
No, he cannot.
All right,
If you know, you know.
All right, Lil. So, what did you think of this madness?
I like that it's like a nice, neat little bow. Everybody gets time to shine. Like I said, I don't like that Scott was actually useful, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll overlook that. It's a solid B+ story. It's a classic Marvel team up, but it's like, a twofer. So I like that the cover is like double the thrills, double the action, and oh boy, was it!
But again, just the whole thing with the prisons and stuff, and then the linking hands. They were trying to make everyone useful, I guess.
Yeah, it's all kumbaya. It's very nice.
Yeah.
It's more uplifting stories of Marvel team up, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, and kids, if you do pick up the Marvel Tales, the extra bonus, you get McFarlane covers.
Ooh, nice. Look, you can say what you want about McFarlane, but I like his artwork. It's right up my alley.
Yeah, man, look at that.
Look at that Storm.
Yeah, man, Storm, Wolverine, and Spider-Man on that second cover.
What about you? What do you think?
I mean, yeah, it's a product of its time. I mean, if you're looking for just like an entertaining story you don't have to think too hard about, I mean, okay.
Spider-Man actually remembered he was a student, and he was smart, so that was nice too.
It's pretty, it's the popular girl. It's pretty but not too bright.
That's rude. It's not always true.
No, I'm talking about the. I don't know.
It's late. Phil's tired.
I just had to record with Charlie Esther. Leave me alone.
Be sure to check out our Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you like Incredible Hulk.
Yes, we
TV movies.
We talked the trial of the Incredible Hulk, which was a Patreon request from Russell. So yes, if you want to request some, we do an episode. Yes, go subscribe to the Patreon.
Come on, Riverdale. Come on, Riverdale.
Hey Ray,
Russell.
I was gonna say, Ray, have you made a request yet? Oh my God, can you imagine, Ray?
It's gonna be amazing, Spider-Man and all his friends.
Oh, I'd watch that. I think that's on Disney. It's still on Disney Plus. I know it was. Yeah, as long as it's still there, I'll do it. I watched that as a child.
I watched those crappy reruns, and then the 90s came along. And we got real Spider-Man cartoons. No offense.
Hey, I mean, the 90s show was good, but he never threw a punch really at anybody.
When they brought it up, you're just like, oh my God, he never did. And it was still good.
It was always webbing or like leaping over somebody. Yeah.
But no, those storylines were super compelling and as comic accurate as you could get from it.
Oh yeah, I mean the Venom trilogy wasn't, for a Saturday morning cartoon kind of thing. It wasn't bad.
Get hooked on Venom early. Hey.
We got Venom and in the same trilogy we also humiliated the Shocker. Score.
Because that's a must. No matter the medium, that's a must. All right, new stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna have to do a month. Just like, shock it.
Shock it to me.
Yes. Might be changing our next April plan, kids. All right. All right. So where do we want to get? Well, before we get to the books that came out this Wednesday, do we want to do the free comic book one from Saturday?
Yeah. Hold on.
So yeah, kids, it was Spider-Man and Venom. I mean, yeah, Venom, it's okay, but yeah, I want to talk about the Spider-Man stuff.
It's a tease for sure.
Oh yeah, because as we know, Ben Reilly's coming back starting in Amazing 75.
Come on, yeah. I hope he punches Doctor Strange. Like, that'll make me fall in love with Ben Reilly. If he just punches Stephen Strange just right in the face.
Well, it looks like he might be punching his way down the Sonyverse because, I mean, we're getting Morbius, we're getting Kraven, so, I mean, he's kind of...
Excellent. Wait a minute. Does Sony have the rights to Ben Reilly? Is that their loop? Because, listen, Kraven's supposed to be in one of those Sony movies, and we might be getting a Sony Sinister Six. So
Yeah, but wouldn't it be hard to pull off a Ben Rally? Because wouldn't he have to look exactly like Tom Holland?
no, not necessarily.
I guess, yeah.
Because it's its own universe, technically.
True. Ooh. He never
And the way that they did it with Into the Spider-Verse, they could get somebody that kind of looks like Tom Holland, but he's blonde.
he never takes the
Like a real, like, bright blonde.
he never takes the mask off.
Even better, honestly.
Hey-oh.
At least that's what Batman said.
Whoa. A Ben Rally movie, you say?
I'm just saying, maybe there's a loophole for them, and that's why they're doing all those seemingly random villains.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do, and they weren't thinking about it, you're welcome, Sony. Hire me.
Exactly.
I will fix your universe for you. We start with a Black Cat movie.
Meow.
Speaking of which, excellent book this week. My favorite Marvel book this week. Don't tell Miles. He'll be mad.
So Black Cat number 9. Oh, you like that? Yeah.
I do.
It's like a tie into the Infinite Destiny stuff going on in those annuals.
Yeah, which I was like, okay, I think I like it is because I feel like they're actually taking Black Cat seriously as a character, like they're involving her in more things, and I always think that that's a very good sign.
Oh yeah, I think I mean I hate to keep making the Catwoman comparison, but I think they see that there can be a brand there, so they're trying to build Felicia up. I think in like, she's connected to Spider-Man, but I think they want to make her own brand.
She is the number one selling Marvel costume every Halloween for the last like 4 years, I think it is.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. And Black Widow's like number 3 or something like that. I forget who number 2 is. I think it's Rogue is number 2.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say after the last couple of years, I thought maybe it was Carol Danvers or something, but no.
She's not as big as everybody thinks she is.
You know who might be big this Halloween? Scarlet Witch.
Oh, I can see that this. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Again, you
gotta get the Whipple though. I'm just saying.
Hey.
No shade. If you ain't got the Whipple, you ain't Scarlet Witch. That's all. I'm just gonna throw that out there for all the trick or treaters that's showing up to my house. If you ain't got the Whipple, you ain't getting this. You ain't getting no M&Ms. I'm sorry.
I don't know if that's a drop or not.
No, it's not a drop.
Oh, they even dressed like they did like the comic accurate Halloween costumes in WandaVision. I mean, Again, all these people looking for couples costumes. There you go, Vision and Scarlet Witch.
It's gonna be interesting to see.
I know, it's gonna be funny.
I like the artwork. I think Jed is doing an actually really good job. Like really knocking it out of the park, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, month after month, this book is just great, art-wise, story-wise.
It's got humor, it's got sass, and he just finds a really good balance between like dialogue and action. And I really like how he's fleshing out Felicia as a character. Like she's been lacking so much, and she even comes across as menacing in this series sometimes too, which was something that they didn't do a lot. Vindictive, yes, but not menacing.
Oh, I thought
I like that added perspective to her.
I thought she was kind of menacing this issue, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And he doesn't like over sexualize her and stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
Good stuff.
Dear Catwoman writers.
I mean, there might be a little of that in Catwoman, but I mean, it could be way worse. I mean, look at the 90s.
Oh, yeah. Look at Harley Quinn. Oof. I don't wish that fit on any female character.
Okay.
Yeah, again, if you guys aren't reading this book, and I can't wait till the next annual, because honestly, the annuals is where this book shines. Both in the previous series and this one as well.
Oh, yeah.
They really go out for the annual, so I'm really actually looking forward to the next annual already.
But you skipped over that free comic book day issue. I have to know. How hard did your eyes roll into your head when you saw Ben Rally versus Bushwhacker?
I gave myself a migraine.
Yeah, knocked myself out of the chair.
I think I teleported briefly.
It's just page 1. I see Bushwhacker. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna fight Ben Rally. I'm like, oh my god, Lilith is never gonna forgive me if she has to read this thing.
It's fine. It's fine having a sausage fest. That's what you guys are there for, to discuss Ben Riley. Have at it.
I mean, it was only a couple pages. free comic book day issue. It wasn't like it was a full issue.
Yeah, whatever. Ben Riley, Spider-Man's clone. He's the guy. He's got a sweatshirt. Yeah, that's how you know he's different, and he's a blonde hair.
No, he traded in that old suit for a bulletproof one. It seems.
See, he's after the ordeal. He's smartened up. He gets it. He gets it.
I guess, yeah, and he's working for something called the Beyond Corporation. I told Charlie, so I thought maybe we talked it yesterday or something, but he's all behind on his books.
Well, that's what happens when you're always traveling around the country.
I know the world. I think he got another one coming up, like the beginning of September. I'm like, where's he going?
What does he do for a living?
I mean,
he's an international super spy.
I think he's like an international courier or something.
It's in his prison purse.
Nice. Excellent use of that drop, Philip.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm actually interested in it. Because I feel like they get where they went wrong with the character. They drug it out way too long and things like that. I find the character interesting. I just feel like he should have been the real Peter Parker, because then what was that for? That's my whole thing. Is like, what was that for if you guys didn't actually go for it? Well,
and then too, it's like I think they were afraid to say, oh hey, yeah, guys, the Spider-Man you've been reading since issue 150 was been a clone. So a lot of people, their whole thing of reading Spider-Man up to that point, they would have been like, yes, that wasn't the real Spider-Man, and it's like. And
I get it, but like it was kind of pointless, and that's what pisses me off about Ben Riley the most. That it was actually pointless.
Yeah. Well, too, I don't think they came up with an ending to it where it's like, yeah, okay, so Ben was the real Peter, but it's like, how's he going to take his name back? Because he kind of let, since Peter was married and having a baby on the way, he was going to let him keep the Peter Parker name. So it's like, okay, here's the real Spider-Man. So like every issue they had to open up, it's like, oh, I'm the real Spider-Man, but I call myself Ben Riley now. It's like,
because he's on the run and he's going to meet the Hulk to see how he deals with it. He moves to San Francisco as they always do. It was ways around it. Just saying. My name is Ben Riley and I'm the fastest spider alive.
I mean, and then I'm just wondering, he unmasked in front of this Beyond Corporation guy, so it's like, and he calls him Ben, so I'm like, so they know he's Ben Riley? I'm like, do they know he's a clone of Spider-Man? So it's like, if they don't know.
Yes, they know. I think that's the thing, that they know, and there's some machinations working.
Exactly, so it's like, even if they don't know Peter's name, they know Peter's face now.
It's not like Lex Luthor in The Flash. I have no idea who this is.
So yeah, I wanted to talk to Charlie about this because I was waiting for him to say it's the Beyonder.
That's obviously too obvious.
Yeah.
Too on the nose, even for a comic book. But wouldn't it be funny if?
The other Spider-Man taught me to use the potty.
I don't know. I feel like we might even get into some more extra web people. I don't know. Like it seems like it's going like a really mystical route, so perfect time to have, Madam Web back and all that stuff to me.
And it's like, Peter's going to be back sometime next year, because next year is the 60th anniversary, and I think
they're giving him a break, obviously. Hyped for the anniversary. Which, unfortunately, it's like Ben Riley really shouldn't be a placeholder. He is a character within the Spider family in his own right. So, I don't know. It just kind of sits funny with me, but I'm actually interested in it. So, they're doing something right.
Well, as long as she's still up for it, Kelly Thompson will be talking to us closer to that time, so.
Nice.
And,
I won't be rude and ask for any spoilers.
Her. She's professional. She never gives a
So profesh, seriously.
And again, and Amazing 900 is going to be around the corner too, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's when Peter comes back.
I don't know. Or maybe it's a dream sequence.
Hey,
this is your life, Peter Parker, one of those.
900's around the corner, and depending how long we do 3 issues a month, 1,000 isn't that far away then if we're doing 3 a month.
They're really pulling that old DC model. We gotta get something to 1,000.
They sabotaged Fantastic Four, so I think this is going to be the next. Yeah, Spider-Man's their hope of getting to 1,000. Honestly,
it's so rude. I'm still not over it, honestly. And then Fantastic Four life story, like I don't even want to talk about it.
Did you read it so far?
Yeah.
So you see Charlie's point.
I do, and it's unfortunate because the other life stories were really good.
Well, I think Spider-Man was the only one we had, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Spider-Man was good. Yeah, I don't think I have the hatred like Charlie does, but yeah, the Fantastic Four one, I'm like,
It's just
okay.
not what you're expecting, and I don't know. Everything feels a little forced and out of place, and they don't pull you in and make you invested.
True.
That's the thing with Fantastic Four. It's like,
Hey, but Sue was with Namor for a while, Lil.
well, that's canon though.
Is
like
it?
that's canon. She's done that before.
She slept with Namor?
Yeah, way back when.
Whoa!
Yeah, no, that's canon.
I didn't know she got the mackerel.
And she liked it.
Ew. All right.
Yeah.
All right, we're off track.
Miles, do you want to talk Miles?
Yeah.
His annual was okay. And shout out to Jed McKay doing double duty this week apparently.
I mean, well, yeah, he did the backup in this. I mean, well, yeah, I think this story, he might be another Kelly Thompson. They might be heaping on more books on him with some of the people leaving.
Oh yeah, and I feel like he can step up to that if he wants to. That's up to him. But like cursed magical objects, that's what Miles has been delegated to. Like this is not a Spider-Man story.
And
this is a Disney movie.
And this is like
the museum. What is this?
And this is like the Black Cat annual. It's like the main story really has nothing to do with those Infinity Stones, just the backup story. So it's like
that's how they get you.
I know it's like bait and switchers. We've had at least 2 annuals so far where it's like, yeah, the main.
That's probably how they're all gonna go. To be honest.
Well,
that's my theory.
Well, no, like some of them, they actually dealt with people with Infinity Stones, like.
Yeah, but they're not going to be major players. Is my point. The people that aren't going to be major players have the backup stories, and then. I
mean, the backup stories in all the annuals, but sometimes in the main stories, like the Iron Man and Captain America ones, they actually dealt with those guys. And was it Star was in Spider-Man? Peter's Amazing Spider-Man, yeah.
Yeah. I think they know when to hold them and when to fold them, and I can kind of appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like an 8-issue crossover, and it's like there's only going to be like 5 or 6 Infinity Stone wielders, so it's like, okay.
I mean, they're trying to. I'm tired of Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity this, Infinity that. Okay, you're wearing the brand of Infinity out. Let it rest.
I mean, the 90s weren't this bad with Infinity. Seriously. And they got there.
It's like, that phase of Marvel's over, right? Like, we don't care anymore. You understand that, right?
Thanos destroyed those damn things.
We're here for Scarlet Witch and all her shenanigans. That is all we care about. And Wakanda forever. That's it! Sorry to break it to you kids.
The new trend is multiverse. Come on.
Hello? Loki, Wanda, Black Panther. That's all we care.
What if? Yeah.
Oh, those have been so good, by the way. I was kind of skeptical.
Oh, you watched them? I like the second one. I mean, the first one was good.
The first one because the first one is how I feel. It's like Steve had no business being Captain America. She was right there. She was literally running for the grenade too. Screw you, sexist pigs.
I mean, that one was very good too, but I like the second one better. Like I told Charlie, I said I would rather watch T'Challa as Star-Lord than what we got in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, I think a lot of people feel like, in retrospect, maybe, but I always felt this way. It's like, Star-Lord didn't have to be white. Didn't have to be Chris Pratt.
True.
Chris Pratt was my least favorite thing about Guardians of the Galaxy, if we're going to be honest, so.
But I don't know if it was just the characters, T'Challa, just like I said, uplifted the Ravagers instead of the Ravagers bringing down Peter Quill.
Exactly. So yeah, it was good too, but like it also makes me sad. It's like, oh, this is his last thing. It's like a whole thing.
I know. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think it wasn't gonna be good. I just didn't think I was gonna be interested.
Yeah. All right, Sinister War number 3.
What the bleep is going on?
I know a lot of this was just, hey, let's see who can pound on Spider-Man.
Hey-o. I don't know. I don't like a punch 'em up in Spider-Man. Like for most of the book, it's like, and they fight for 10 pages. Really? Yeah. This is what you're giving me?
Well, again, are we dragging this out too? So, because
we don't know what we're doing. We're spinning our wheels.
And we know exactly when Spencer's leaving, so it's like, okay, we have an end date. Here's where we're at. So,
But no, literally, didn't you just feel like, and they fight for 10 pages? It's not even important enough for dialogue.
It seems like they fought for the whole. It was just, and they fight for the whole issue.
I was being nice about it, but okay, Phil, since you called it out.
I'm just saying the payoff for this better be damn good.
Oh, baby.
I know.
A sweet summer child. Do you want some hot chocolate? In a like one of those shock blankets?
Yes, mommy.
Because I just feel like they've hyped it up so long, there's no way it can live up to the hype. There's absolutely no way. Unless they bring back the marriage, Uncle Ben's alive, and Aunt May turns into freaking Marissa Tomei. Like, it just...
Well, I think Spencer's already on record as like, yeah, it's Harry Osborn. You know, it's not who Kindred is that's important. It's why. Yeah.
Like, what in the Gamora?
So is it the Mephisto deal or no? I brought this up to Charlie real quick last night because I was like, you know, is Otto kind of having a change of heart? And I'm like, if we go back on Peter's Mephisto deal, is that going to alter Otto's Mephisto deal? Because that's how he's back in his original body. Because in Superior Spider-Man, he told Mephisto, yeah, change me back.
Yeah, but that's not going to matter because people don't really care about the villains in Spider-Man. Just saying. They don't.
Well, that's what I told Charlie. I was like, you know, he might remember a few things, but he won't remember Peter Spider-Man. He's like, oh, everyone should know Peter Spider-Man.
He'll call Professor X, as we've established, and mind wipe him. It's fine.
It's all right if you just rape their minds, Peter.
I'm just waiting for the Charles. Well, I think Krakoa has shown us that he is a bad guy.
I mean, when you think about the Mephisto deal, I know Peter made the deal to, you know, save his 120-year-old aunt, but it's like, when you think about that...
Is she the only comic book character aging in real time?
I know. And again, it's like, when you think about it, I mean, there was a mind wipe, so the whole world forgot Peter was Spider-Man too, so basically, Peter made a deal with the devil to, like, mind rape the whole world, so...
So he'd be okay with Charles.
I mean,
Professor X do it a couple of times, and he's good with it.
I mean, depending how this ends, I think the whole point of the Spencer story is like, we're kind of, even if they don't get married again, the whole point of the story is to get rid of that, or like say, oh, he wasn't in his right mind. Somehow get rid of the deal with get rid of, hey, our flagship character made a deal with the devil 10 years ago or 13 years ago, whatever.
But it's Marvel. Everybody does it.
What?
It's Marvel. Everybody does it at some point.
No, I think that usually they're like, no, F you, Mephisto. I ain't taking the deal, you know. There's more exotic. There's more, you know, like if Doctor Strange had, you know, magically wiped the world's memories, people would have been okay with that. But since it was Mephisto, people got in a huff.
I guess. It's 2021. People will sell their soul for a donut. A la Homer Simpson. I'm just saying, it's not that big of a deal.
I know.
The whole point of this story, I'm gonna riot.
But it's just, you know, the Marvel character, you know, the whole world knows more than anybody. Spider-Man. It's like, oh yeah, you made a deal with the devil.
He's a dumb kid. I believe it. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, Pete ain't that smart most of the time.
Well, no. I mean, oh yeah, I'm gonna give up my marriage to the hot redhead to save my aunt who probably should have died like 10, 15 years ago.
Uncle Ben's just like, keep her up there.
See evidence that Mephisto is not Uncle Ben. Oh, no, he is, because he kept her alive.
Just saying.
You keep me up there, Peter. You can send Mary Jane to me.
But yeah, I think that the Spider books are really all pretty rock solid for the most part. I think they're all kind of devolving into punch 'em ups a little too much. And I don't know if that's just because everybody's like kind of spinning their wheels with like the crossovers and
Sinister War. Sinister War definitely is.
So, but yeah, even the punch 'em up stuff's pretty good as long as it's not the whole issue. Like I pay for dialogue.
Okay. Okay, and I know it's not connected by anything other than like name, but did you read Spider-Woman?
I didn't get a chance to read her because I was watching getting caught up on TV and stuff and watching, the movie for the review. Yeah, but she's here. Was it good?
Yeah, no, it's good. Quality's there. We got action. We got a story. Again, it's the same. It's that same team, and always excellent stuff from them. And why is her brother? we kind of.
It's always a sibling.
I know. coming from two only children here. Yeah, it's always a sibling. I have sister-in-laws. I see.
Exactly.
But no, yeah, that's all. It's always quality, that Spider-Woman book. And if you want a full comprehensive review of issue 14, yes, go check out the upcoming
To know her is to fear her.
The Spider-Woman podcast. Yes, with Saren and what's his face. Yeah.
What's his?
What the F?
Oh, we love you, Ray.
Poor Ray.
Tricky Dicky.
I love that he just casually throws that out into conversation too. Like that's just not him being funny. That's just how he talks.
I know.
Well,
Well,
the tricky dicky situation.
something about that Australian slang.
Rumpy Pumpy.
Yeah.
All right, so should we wrap it up here?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna throw out, since we did talk X-Men today, if you're not reading Marauders, you're losing out.
I wonder, like, if I mean, the end of Krakoa is coming, so is that going to spell the end of the Marauders book then?
And Hellions and everything else. They're gonna bring everything back into the umbrella to spin everything out again. That's just how it goes with the X-Men.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Because nobody wants to execute the full plan that Hickman had.
Oh, thank God. We just need fresh blood on X-Men at this point. I don't want Claremont and I don't want Hickman. Get the hell out. Stay out.
I mean, oh my
God.
I think they said it was like a 3-phase plan and we're still in phase 1 of it. I'm like, oh my God, how much
Has it
more?
been like 2 years or something like
At
that?
least I think it might have been more than that. I'm like, well, how much
Oh,
more?
it started before the pandemic, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It might have been 20, was it 19 or 18? Oh my God.
I think it might have been the end of 2018. I'm gonna have to double check that. Yeah, I was giving it the benefit of the doubt. It has felt longer.
Yeah, I know. It's just, but I'm just like, how much more could we?
Well, they've spread everything so thin as well. It's like if it was just in one book telling one continuous story, it would have been fine and we could have been done.
House of X #1, I guess, was July 2019.
It feels longer than that.
I know. Well,
It's literally been 2 years.
Yeah, but there's been how many books though too?
That's what it is. So many books, unnecessary books. That's why I like Marauders. Nice, easy, clean fun. You don't have to worry about anything, and they're pirates. Arg.
Oh.
Just saying.
Lilith, queen of the setups. All right.
Pirates, arg!
I mean, yeah, you look to crack the back of any of those X books. There's a big list of, okay, here this week, next week, there's 20 books. And
they need to go back to their own universe, back to the status quo of how we know them, we love them. Screw this weird cryo brain stasis garbage. Wanda has to be a mutant. I will not accept anything else.
Well, they kind of mess with that during the whole Fox thing. Now that it's all back under one umbrella, I'm sure I bet you that's part of the whole thing behind Trial of Magnetos to make them his kids again and stuff. And
They better. House of M is like my favorite thing. It's a lot of people's favorite thing. It brings actual redemption to the character of Magneto. Gives him a little more humanity, relatability, especially since.
If not before, they are going to make those two mutants once mutants hit the MCU.
Are we sure we're even getting mutants in the MCU, Phil?
Eventually, come on. They have the X-Men back. They're not going to use them eventually.
I don't know. I mean, they lock a lot of things in the vault, Philip. So I don't know. Like, I don't trust the mouse like y'all. I don't have faith in the mouse like y'all do.
Was it who was? Was it the brothers? Well, somebody over there was saying they want to do like a Secret Wars type movie. So everyone's like, oh, maybe that's when they'll bring like X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Brothers? They're still
Yeah. Was it the Russo brothers? I can't remember who said it, 'cause I don't think it was Feige, but someone said that they wanted to do like a Secret Wars type thing.
Interesting. I don't know. I just feel like they might not come as soon as everybody thinks they're gonna come. That's all that I'm saying.
That's what she said.
If you're lucky.
Anyway.
Back to the homework. Sorry, Phil. Off topic. I apologize.
I know how you like that dirty talk. Anyway, yes.
It's just so natural.
So next week, since there's a movie coming out, we're going to cover giant size Spider-Man #2 featuring Shang-Chi.
Because it just had to be giant size. Because you know.
Oh, okay. I was just sitting here thinking, oh, that's a drop, Lil, saying, you know, it had to be giant size. Thank you, Lilith. Yes, of course it had to be giant size because
I know Lilith likes it long.
I don't actually know much about Shang-Chi. It's not like the mysticism in Marvel. It's just like the actual like magic is science basically.
Well, that's the
thing.
thing.
It just doesn't vibe with me.
That's the thing. I think they're kind of doing mysticism in the MCU, but like I think in the comics, like I've only read a few. You usually
Wasn't
want
it
to.
more like Iron Fist? I could have sworn it was.
I don't think
Iron Fist.
he's basically just a kung fu master. He doesn't even have like a no. He was like a spy kung fu master thing. I think it's MCU's added like mysticism and stuff, and I don't think that was even there.
Which I don't think China even likes anyway. So it's weird. And then there's that whole issue.
Well, that's what Charlie and I were also talking about last night. We're like, oh, there's 10 rings going to be like in the comics. They're going to be like alien technology.
They almost have to be because China doesn't like that mysticism or religion. So
because we might be doing aliens because Charlie was going in detail on the new poster for Shang-Chi, and there's like a dragon way off in the background that might be Fing Fang Foom. So
they can't do Fing Fang Foom. There's no way.
Maybe like a different looking. No, they can't do the purple pants one.
Yeah, okay. We'll see though. I'm curious about the movie, so I hope it does well. But it's still pandemic times, unfortunately. Really has and this is theater only, so
yeah. I was gonna say, place your bets now. What do you think is gonna do better, Shang-Chi or Eternals?
When's Eternals coming out?
I think it's November.
They didn't push that?
As far as I know, I think it's still in November.
I think Eternals. It asks well for a lot of reasons, but it has a better cast.
It's
controversy.
It's got Angelina Jolie and
Yeah, it's got you know what I mean.
There's
a little bit of controversy around Shang-Chi. I hope the best for it because actors need to work. So.
All right, so next week we'll talk some Shang-Chi, giant-sized Spider-Man. And then in 2 weeks, we'll be back with more X-Men. The X-Men Spider-Man miniseries, 1 through 4. Yes. It's a little derivative.
Just the way we like it.
And then, of course, we'll round out the month with Scarlet Spider, Web of Scarlet Spider #1, Amazing Scarlet Spider #1, Scarlet Spider #1, and Spectacular Scarlet Spider #1. Speaking of Ben Reilly.
Sausage Fest!
That's right. And then prepare yourselves, kids, for the month after, because you'll be smack in the middle of Doc October.
It's a superior month, some would say.
It's gonna do the origin. We're gonna be doing his first failed marriage.
No, not the one that Aunt May.
Oh, that's the one. All right, so lots of good stuff coming up. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Ultimate Spider-Cast on Facebook, on Twitter. Find links to all the various social medias for all the various shows. Find links to this YouTube channel. You can watch Lilith Hellfire give the finger as I speak. Links to Patreon, where the newest episode, our review of the Trial of the Incredible Hulk, will be up. Links to merchandise,
stay hydrated, cover your nips, stay connected, all those good things.
Stay super connected. So links to everything all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And please remember, support Southgate Media Group. Go to southgatemediagroup.com. Go subscribe to the Southgate Media Group YouTube channel and Patreon. Bunch of free and paid content on the Patreon. And keep your eyes peeled for the Southgate Media Group marathon at the beginning of
the 6th
October.
One, baby.
Number 6. That's right, beginning of October. So, and hey, some of your favorite capes and most of your favorite Capes and Lunatics hosts will be involved. Maybe
You
all.
won't believe what Phil's making us do.
Yes, I picked out different issues outside of people's wheelhouses to make them review, and of course, only one person had the ego to say, "I'm going to pick my own."
No, now everybody's gonna be mad.
I'm not. Hey, everyone, watch the marathon and tell me which of my hosts picked their own thing. You know, all high stepped in and said, "I'm going to do what I'm going to do," because I'm the shiz. All right. So, yes, go support all things Southgate Media Group, including picking up Pod Life, the book, now in digital and paperback. Pick that up on Amazon. And when you pick up anything on Amazon, like Lilith Hellfire on a daily basis, use the link. Yes, Lilith Hellfire right down there, right under us. In the show notes, the link for Southgate Media Group for Amazon. Help us support this show. They help support this show, the network, and
That pile of radiation
oh,
sitting in the crater that is Chicago.
that man whose gas is not anti-radiation, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Please kick me in the pants. Mark my words.
You know, if someone wanted to get us in trouble, they would just like a montage of all these like endings and like send it to Rob.
Rob loves it.
I know. Oh, especially if we could push some units. Oh man, he'd be like, yes. Say more about how dumb I am, just so if you sell the product. All right, Lilith Hellfire, where can people talk to you about modern comics? Could never.
If you want to get flippy with it, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69, and of course, making comments, not content unless it's Star Trek related, over on TikTok at Lilith Hellfire69.
Is that a sentient tongue?
Oh, you
have
know.
to click and find out.
Click that tongue. You know it's going to get a workout next week.
It's a giant sized man thing.
Gave up the meat!
Enthusiasm.
Or we sponsor us.
That's worthy of a raid drop. Thank you for joining us, kids. Again, in 1 week, giant-sized Spider-Man number 2 with Shang-Chi. And then in 2 weeks, back with more X-Men Spider-Man miniseries. Like 4 issues. But until then, swing on back.
Flip it real good.